Reserve time.
Warlock.
Complexities turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
From yesterday's mistakes, Abaddon and Warlock, that's a lot of heal, that's a lot of sustaining team fights. So is Dazzle as well. I'm surprised actually that teams still leave Coddle in a pool. We saw the last game. I mean, that hero is just broken.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see occasionally though, because just sometimes teams, they want some of those juicy, sweet picks. So you might just throw out some casual, usually second wave bans to get something in there. This time though, it's very obvious the Coddle is like a huge factor in a lot of Onyx's success. So
I think Abaddon won every single game that he's been in.
What was it? Grant before said there was a stat, Abaddon plus Magnus, I guess, has won every game. I wouldn't be surprised if in general, yeah, the Abaddon win rate's very high.
I think he said Warlock plus
Warlock.
Magnus.
Oh, hey, we got a Warlock here. We got a Magnus available. Almost pretty good on the hero.
I hope it's just not Magnus Forest that dies to creeps.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mikey boy, that didn't work out well.
Yeah. It unfortunately led to some repercussions where you know, the bottom lane suffered a bit, and that meant the mid lane also didn't get help. We'll see if Onyx, if they were deciding to go down that road, would consider options and being able to still have strong lanes there. So now the Darkseer ban going to be coming out here, Onyx's side. Shadow Fiend here for 747. I gotta say that already seems a bit scary. He is very good, Mr. Eric Dong on the Shadow Fiend. So Onyx have a draft ahead of him to be able to work out something to match up against the Shadow Fiend. But they don't feel confident to show that card right away.
Yeah, they don't have the rush. Onyx might still go for Earth Spirit. When you see a Shadow Fiend, you just want to pick Earth Spirit, so you bully him.
That's true.
Ogre is gone because Complexity didn't want to play against that hero because it creates so much space for the mid laner. We saw how good it is when Abed was playing Invoker against what was it, Ember Spirit, and Ogre just came. It was just devastating for Ember. Couldn't get back into the game even with the Empower. I still expect to see a Magnus on Team Onyx actually.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice to have, again, with that Fatal Bonds. Curious about the Z-Freak hero now. Pretty apparent that Swindles is going to be playing this Dazzle, but we always like to see Z-Freak, if he's not playing those defensive supports, like let's say his Wisp or, of the such, he also likes to go that very aggressive road. We might even see him go for the Earth Spirits, or he used to play a lot of Kunkka. Brewmaster coming out now. Now, the last time they played this Brewmaster Lacoste, wasn't it 747 playing it in the mid lane?
Yeah, it was.
747 is apparently playing Shadow Fiend in this game, so something's up.
Yeah, it needs to be an offlane Brewmaster, no doubt about it. I mean, practically you can put Brewmaster in a safe lane, but to go for mana boots into Blink Dagger or around 9-10 minute mark, but the hero does what he does, so you can put him on an offlane.
Good call, by the way, on the Earth Spirit. Shadow Fiend is obviously a supple, sweet target for an Earth Spirit to kind of mess around with. This may force the Dazzle to kind of be chained to the side of the Shadow Fiend a bit in the laning phase. Otherwise, they're going to have to get something to just help him out a bit, or something to punish one of the other lanes and make Earth Spirit just kind of be at attendance there, not be pressuring the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, Complexity banned Meepo. We saw how Abed excels on that hero. Last game he had Dragonlance, Power Threads, Blink Dagger, 9 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't think that's possible. What do you say?
It's ridiculous. The guy had been not even playing the hero much of the qualifiers at all. I don't even know if there was a game, maybe one we might have missed, but it was clearly something that I don't even think MP were prepared to suddenly be witness to. But it looked like Abed hadn't missed a day playing the hero. He even got a rampage that game. It was really something else. I would expect Complexity, if any draft seems to have a hole or an opportunity for a Meepo, they will give it the ban necessary. That was just an easy, probably wake-up call for complexity that previous series. Okay, Disruptor comes out. A Disruptor Dazzle duo here. It's nice. They have a whole toolkit of defensive tools to work with on Dazzle's side. You have great crowd control and silence with Disruptor, but I would be a little concerned that these are not supports that get proactive in the early game at all. They're not moving lanes and ganking people.
Yeah, that is correct. Disruptor, kind of more mobile than Dazzle, but pretty much they do the same thing on the lane, harass, just protect your carry. You know what Team Onyx might pick? It's gonna be for mid either Invoker or maybe an Alchemist.
Invoker or Alchemist for Onyx?
Yesterday we saw some Alchemist Abaddon Warlock combo. It's so strong. You don't need to go heal. If you take those tier 1, tier 2 towers pretty early, your heroes have so much gold and you can just sit and chop some HP on tier 3 towers.
What about just picking up a classic little jug or something like that? You get even more heal stuff. Mason's shown some
you can still
skill.
do that. You can have both of them actually.
Yeah.
Onyx banned the Dark Seer, so I assume they want to have a safe lane melee carry. That's why they banned it. There was no combo.
Mason Weaver
Complexity
out here
to
into a Disruptor. Normally, I would say Disruptor is very nice to have when you're going against a Weaver in this kind of case. Obviously, once it gets the link-ins, it's not going to be as easy to contain it with Glimpse, but up to that point, you have a way to kind of lock down the little bugger and even use that Stag Storm to prevent any comeback time lapses. So
I guess they're picking just the heroes they're comfortable with. So Weaver, really a Mason's hero, plays it so well.
10 seconds remaining.
This game he will need to go for Lincoln Sphere because of the Glimpse and Panda's. I always forget what that spell is called.
Tornado.
Tornado, yeah.
I just call it Tornado. I don't know if it has a proper name. Well, I'm curious then if the final pickup here from Onyx is going to have any extra bit of synergy or influence to go along with this Weaver here. But up until that point, we've seen the Tinker ban, interestingly enough, from Complexity.
Well, they don't have much against Tinker. It's only Disruptor with Shadowfin being on mid and Earth Spirit Tinker.
Yeah.
He can get destroyed in the lane pretty easily.
Dire team pick.
Alright, they ban out the Axe here. That makes me think that I was gonna say Jug, normally pretty nice to have, but they already got the Weaver. Unless they want to run mid lane Jug against Shadow Fiend?
Still doable. Later on, hard to
remaining.
play Jug against Shadowfin because Shadowfin just double raises the creep wave.
Ember Spirit, of course.
Complexity.
The Abed
Double
Ember
Spirit.
Spirit, the double Spirit strat. With the Warlock Kicker.
They banned X. X is an offlane hero, so they might actually think what I mentioned, that Brewmaster might be played as a safe lane.
Oh, safe lane. Oh, by Moo. Yeah. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that on his time with Digital Chaos, there may have been a Moo offlane Brew appearance here or there. I want to say that I've seen Moo play this hero occasionally.
I prefer it as an offlane hero.
Well, we'll have to see if that is going to be the case or not here.
Remaining.
Outside of that, maybe wanting to go for the extra control, but it is going to be the Ursa pickup. That means it is going to be the offlane Brew.
Yeah. So against Weaver, they don't have much control besides Disruptor and that Cyclone spell from Brewmaster. Tornado, you said.
Feels pretty high tempo here from Complexity. This is not a lineup you probably want to be pushing into the later game against Onyx. Warlock could even bring in a lot of farm on top of obviously the Ember and Weaver who pull out significant late game.
Ursa picked last against Abaddon. We saw pretty much Abaddon every single game in NA, and Ursa works so well against him, even if you shield and with that Earth Shock, maybe even having it at least 2 levels so he can't run away with the Disruptor or Dazzle. It's pretty easy to kill him. One of those 2 supports, Dazzle or Disruptor, will have to focus in the early stages on mid. because Shadowfiend is not that strong, especially against Ember Spirit, who's gonna have a poor man's shield probably, and Earth Spirit rotating on mid.
It'll probably be the Dazzle. The Disruptor could do okay in the safe lane to help things out between him and the Ursa. You have that glimpse. You could chase down the Abaddon and pull him back and away from the safety of his tower. And with Kinetic Field, you might be able to get a nice little bit of lockdown. But as we know, this is just a matchup Bulba's been used to. He's been playing the offlane Abaddon like pretty much this whole qualifier run so far. And something I'm sure he's going to be ready to and ready to kind of engage with. We will lead him with an early pause, but this is it, man. America Finals! Let's go, baby!
Let's go, man.
One best of 3 here, and one team will move on to go to Kiev to represent
For those who
America.
for those who don't know, this is the 6th game for Onyx in a row actually today.
Yep, played a full 3-game stretch with freedom to start off their day. Moved on in that 2-game series against NP just earlier, and now we'll begin a new chapter. Their finals matchup against Complexity. Complexity, they have been around their share of qualifier finals, both making it into lands and, of course, just barely making it out and being that gatekeeper kind of a team. Here, they have rightfully earned their spot in the grand finals, working their way through that upper bracket and even taking down MP in that winner bracket final. A very tight series there. So this one ends up feeling a bit close. You have one team in Onyx really warmed up, really feeling themselves today, and Complexity, who've been kind of watching as spectators, taking in all that information and preparing for this series right here.
Yeah,
now.
this is it. This is what everybody was waiting for in NA. Dubu placed a deep ward inside enemy forest. We'll see if Melons finds out. There's one sentry to devour it. It's being pinged out actually near it.
Very intriguing spot. Not something you would normally
30
expect
seconds
to
to
kind of
battle.
see a ward pop up. So I am very curious to see if they're going to be able to find it. More traditional spot, maybe right over here. Swindle was already kind of in that area ready to go, but let's see if Onyx are actually curious about rolling in and contesting this. Their level 1 fight is pretty fair. Ubu is actually getting ready to head across the river now and begin to head up.
Yeah, they're going in, but 7 seconds, 5, they're gonna get it.
The
Yeah,
battle
it looks like they will
begins.
have the advantage in numbers on this one and be able to snag that up. While up and above, Monkeys will be able to creep in and just grab up the bounty rune right in front of Mr. Harry Potter.
Okay, so Ursa running top.
Oh, we're having
They
a
wanna
change up.
swap. Yeah, it's actually a tri lane on bottom for Onyx. I want to see the mid matchup. Okay, there's the Dazzle I was talking about. He's already harassing a bed. Shadowfiend kind of destroys the lane after he gets level 3.
Oh no! What a misplay there! Abed brings the courier so close. He knew Z-Freak was on that side, but just, I guess, didn't realize he was going to be able to get those kind of shots in. Courier goes down nice and early here. Big start for Cole.
Beaver TPing top already. They want to swap the lanes. They don't want to have a Baron against solo Ursa.
Move straight up to the top lane now as Onyx are also making their appropriate adjustments. Bulba did the bottom now. We'll join Demon in the meantime here. So they're back and forth. We'll see if Cole will feel the need to respond once again or if they'll just settle with the way things are.
I want to see if Ursa wants to TP. Probably should.
And for now, just kind of hanging here. Dude will be nearby, but he got that pull in. And this is where it gets a bit awkward for Moo if he's not able to kind of get a part of the creep wave here. Abed and Z-Freak kind of up in arms. Z-Freak just happy for the attention to be drawn his way so that 747 can continue to have a wonderful start. He's at 9-3 CS already.
Someone
There.
TPing. Panda is on top again.
Another change-up in order here for Cole. But as you mentioned, it's necessary.
Ursa TPing to bottom.
Yep.
Mind games.
Back down we go. Do we forecast another change here from Onyx?
I think it's been enough.
Ibu got that bounty rune, dashes all the way to the other side, and it looks like he'll be able to pick up a second one before walking his way out. That will allow him to get to the level 2. That means Boulder Smash is going to be online.
Oh,
and
Warlock
there's
double
potential to
damage.
gank in, but as you can see, below a double damage Warlock here.
Oh, Dubu wants to make a move on mid.
It's waiting on the high ground. Dazzle is not nearby. Dazzle currently showing himself, I think, a bit in the top lane. Means that the opportunity to make a go could be there.
Shadowfin just removes his shield with a raise. He's level 3 right now. 15 to 7 CS. That's what I was talking about. It's gonna be so hard for Ember to actually stand on that lane.
He'll step back and hit the showers there a bit with Dubu. And head back into the mid lane at his unfortunate disadvantage. Dubu continues to try to maybe set up some openings there onto the Shadow Fiend. It ain't gonna be easy. Moo back at bottom now finds himself going toe-to-toe with Bulba and getting forced back between Bulba and Demon.
I'm surprised Bulba, when he plays a Baron, he always goes for that straight phase boots. Again, playing against double lane, at least you should get a stick. If not one, just get a stick.
It's not the Bulba way, apparently, at least for now. Saw Dubu try to go for an attempted roll onto the mid lane Shadow Fiend, but came a bit short. And now a trade, as Monkeys is going to eat a hard shot. Mason continues to grind away. What's happening down here? Dubu and Moo going toe-to-toe. It's Dubu coming out on top and getting connection with that last hit.
Yeah, that was nice rotation from Dubu right there. And by the way, who am I to talk about Vance, the Mr. Harry Potter, if he should buy magic wand or not?
Yeah, this man will buy a $300 magic wand, and you have nothing to say about it. Top lane here, Z-Freak spots out the bounty and actually denies it before Mason can get it. Mason very low, forced to eat that tango and hustle himself out.
Yeah, Dazzle had a Fairy Fire already, so he couldn't man up and fight him.
See, he's not too sure if he had that point into grave or whatever it is. He didn't want to hang around too much longer. Z-Freak steps back and they'll be with Monkeys for now. We look over the early CS here. It is...
Oh, this looks good. Triple shower on the shrine. That feels good, man.
That feels real nice, real refreshing here for Onyx now as they take that business to the bottom lane. 7-4-7 though. 31-7 is Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Back at bottom though, a new engagement here from Moo. Dubu leads it off, rolling on in. That kinetic field is not going to be nearly enough of a fence to stop Onyx's momentum here. Another takedown on the Ursa, both the kills.
Cole still couldn't find any opening to get a kill. Panda on top with Poor Man's Shield and Quelling Blade doing a good job CSing against Weaver, pretty even. Yeah, Weaver still kind of trying to find his way. It's more surprising to see, how well Monkeys has been kind of holding up here, but he's still got some levels ahead of him before he gets that level 6 and might be able to get his hand in the action, if you will.
Here's beer.
Still only level 4 to 5. You could even say the same here for Demon, but I look away one moment and now Monkeys is in trouble. Dubu has been putting in the mileage this game, getting all over the map and looking for setups. And here he is able to get it.
Yeah, Dubu, yesterday he didn't play that Earth Spirit well, couldn't find any openings, but now the guy's really shining too. 0 and 3, he's in all 3 kills so far. Level 4 at 6 minutes, almost level 5. This is gonna be big.
Yeah, this is a big Earth Spirit start. And one they certainly could have used because it was feeling a little tough there for Abed in the mid lane, and it's nice to have the attention kind of drawn elsewhere. 747 has kind of stepped away in the meantime. Maybe Cole thinking about a round down here towards the bottom. Bulba continues to grind away the farm. He's actually second in CS right now, 36-7 for your Abaddon.
Yeah, he's gonna go for Headrest recipe, might go for the Dominator, which he prefers, or go for Vladimir's offering. Maybe Vlad's would be a better choice because of Shadowfin's aura, he's a heavy right clicker, and Ursa as well. So he can boost his team with armor.
The rune of invisibility.
Alan's pulling down the camp here a bit while Demon still waits also on that side. Ooh, a glimpse pullback to catch Bulba under the tower. Nice setup from Melons. Can they follow through with the finish? Yes, they can. Who will be able to pick up that one, but Mason has shown up in time to be able to move on forward, and Duke will be there for the finish. Abed secures both of them with a double kill, and they're looking for more, and they got Z-Freak too. What a beautiful engagement from Onyx there.
They rotated everyone. Abed and Mason TP'd with his Weaver, just secured those kills. That was a really good trade for Onyx. 6-1.
It looked like they just showed up out of
Radiant
nowhere.
structures are fortified.
But
Yeah,
Radiant's
that's
rolling in,
tower is
keeping the
under
attention
attack.
focused there from Cole. Now Cole is gonna be forced to kind of respond. The Monkey's rotating down here to the bottom. Does have that level 6. Abed still hanging out nearby. Swindles has his glimpse up and ready to go. Could pop him with the lightning here. Abed has the remnant. Thinking about maybe possibly turning around, chaining down the Brew. Mason going right on in for Melons here. Needs a bit more. He's going to have to kill the bug. Moo has to help him kill it or he's going to die. Woo! He ends up getting killed from the Mason bug.
Captured in the flame.
Oh, this is very tough right now for Cole.
Dire's bottom tower
On their
is
response
under
play, they
attack.
end up just losing another here.
Radiant's
Onyx
bottom tower is
confidently
under
just kind of
attack.
farming through their woods.
Yeah, Dubu is level 6 at 8 minutes with
That's
Earth Spirit.
crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be big. He needs to find an opening for...
And he has 6
Radiant's
stones.
bottom
They can
tower
easily
is
take a
falling.
fight now and do serious work.
Never refuse gold given.
Boo is just strutting right back into those woods nearby.
Look at the supports inside of Onyx. Even Demon is a level 6 on top.
Mid lane. Swindle shows himself, but I don't think he'll be staying here very long. Oh, swing and a miss on the roll, but he gets the grip. Follow-ups there from Abed, rolling in with the chains, and that will lead to another support takedown. Captain Melon's going to be put again 6 feet under.
Radiant's
And
middle
Onyx,
tower
the
is under
fire
attack.
continues to burn. A hot start in game number 1 of our finals. 8-1 already.
Looking good. Abed after that start, when Dazzle was harassing him, he had play from behind, but he's still back in the game.
Dire's
700
top tower is
below
under attack.
Shadowfiend. In terms of CS, Shadowfiend leads, but he's all over the place with Ember Spirit. He's in 5 kills out of 8. Meanwhile, Shadowfiend 0-0-0.
I mean, I'm happy for Shadow Fiend's success in the lane and all the farm has been able to build up for himself, but you know, eventually 747 is going to have to find a way to beat some ass here. Finds himself with Abed, and here comes brother Dubu rolling forward, gets the stun and the silence. They land him with the magnetize. If he drops one more stone, that should be a guaranteed kill, and I think that's going to do it. He'll slowly tick away and eventually get popped. Abed for the follow-up. And another takedown possibly here. Both Z-Freak and Moo also hit with that magnetize. Z-Freak will be able to get off on the stun, but Mason looking to go for the cleanup, gets the 1, and then time lapses back outside.
Almost 2 kills. Look at the build on Dazzle. He doesn't have any point in Grave. He could have saved Shadowfiend there, actually. But he went for 2 in Poison Touch, which is so greedy.
Yeah, I guess really expecting for their laner early game to be on the aggressive, and that is certainly not the case. They are the team all on defensive here. 10-1 now for Onyx.
Rock still not committed. So they can find a fight again. Bolba has the Helm of the Dominator completed, even picks up an Alpha Wolf to boost the damage output.
This game already looking good. It feels even more one-sided than that game 2 versus Freedom. Someone's dropping the base.
Yeah, drop the base.
Go Demon, go. Making it out of here, pump faking as he knows he has the watchful eye over Abed if anything is to come out of here from Cole. Looks like not. Hesitation, just total dictation here being created from Onyx.
Again, Harry Potter wants to go for the Radiance build. It's so high level, 8 level, almost level 9. And he bought a wand.
Radiant's top
What is this
tower
wand?
is under attack.
What kind of wood is it?
Mahogany, I
Cherry.
guess. Mid lane, Dubu, beautiful connection onto 2 with the magnetize, and as they try to even attempt to get off the ulti, the rock comes down from above, and Onyx just lay waste to complexity. 747 shows up trying to go for a Requiem. He will be able to make it out with the TP, but
Radiant's middle tower has
Onyx
fallen.
still hit, and they hit hard.
Again, 2-for-1 trade, plus the tower. Panda couldn't get his ulti off. Abed with Veil of Discord for all that magical damage from Earth Spirit. That is just gonna be huge in the next 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. All right, Onyx with that advantage, just still spreading themselves out like we saw in the previous series against NP, and just gobbling up all that farm available.
And sweet.
747, credit to him, still holds the
missed.
highest net worth in the game. For someone who hasn't even gotten 1 kill yet, that's That's some pretty good farming, I gotta say, but eventually got to be fighting here, and he actually finds an opening here, moving in for Abed. Can he get the kill? No, Abed will be able to jump back and away. Mason now. Uchi's away from the trouble.
They're gonna get Demon.
Up at mid lane, it looks like they spotted Demon with that crazy Cyclone spell.
Let me check what is it called. Cyclone, yeah.
Oh, it lives! Okay, he's dead. I thought for a moment there, somehow, some way, Alba would have been able to get close enough and they would have got him a health and made him live on. Oh my goodness! FIFA player Dubu connects with the stone from out of left field and cancels out the TP from 747.
Oh, they're getting so much kills. 13 kills for 13 minutes on the side of Onyx. Meanwhile, Dazzle just casually farming top. He has level 8 and medallion plus 500 gold.
Trouble's coming home though. Onyx here now in the mid lane, looking to go for the tier 2. No ulti on your brew, but they go for the glimpse back. Whoa! He is gone.
What a timing, huh?
Jesus. Cole can't catch a break, man. Onyx are feeling themselves still. 3 to 13, 6k gold. Roche is there and open, but you know Onyx don't have the best Roche lineup right now. Maybe once if a Desolator was to be done here on Mason, but it looks like Mason's going to be going for a Dragonlance build-up.
He went for power threads first. Usually he skips it.
Top tower is under attack.
See if he's gonna time walk back. Time lapse. Look, Jimmy. Jimmy's so farmed. He has the same amount of farm as Ursa.
Middle tower is under attack.
Is that he has so much farm, or is that Ursa doesn't really have any farm at all?
Yeah, maybe it's the second one.
I mean, it's been a tough time for Moo here, put into that situation in the early game when you're hopping from lane to lane just to find any respectable matchup so you can just do your job as a farmer. But, you know, credit to Onyx. They prepared for it and forced Cole into that awkward lane dance. And Dubu, of course, making his presence across all 3 lanes also made it much more of a headache for Cole. And now with all that farm, all that momentum, Onyx have been kind of punishing Cole with it. Both teams find themselves on each opposite end as Cole are coming down here from the bottom, securing their way through their first tower of the game. In the meantime, it's Onyx who have cleared out one tier 2, looking to go for their second.
Vega has a blank dagger. Seems like they want to go for Roche.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Let's see if Cole head out that direction. In the meantime, they finally get that tier 1. And as you talked about, Onyx are in the pit.
And they have enough sustain to actually kill the Roche. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Yeah, it will be. They're not gonna make it.
They beelined a drawing on the map there from Cole to go right towards the pit, but they are going to be coming in just a bit too late. Almost just late enough where they're going to try to go for a fight when it might be too late and altogether. Mason's already picked up the Aegis, committing in the brew. He's going to be able to get off the split. Requiem flies out. Moo's going to get hit up with the Magnetize here. After a bit of a reset, they will get Dubu down. The Rock going to get dropped from Demon. Does manage to catch on to 2. Z-Freak should get blown up, but he does manage to get off the grave. 747 says, I got to go. The chains are not going to be there. So he ends up making it away. Only both supports will go down from the side of Cole, but I may have spoke too soon here for Monkeys. Shows himself over on the side, and he has nowhere to escape here. He's been surrounded now by both Mason and Abed. He'll look to slap the shrine here and delay what I think is the inevitable.
He's just saving that. Wow. 506 Ember, Boots of Travel, 600 gold. There was a huge rock. Dazzle couldn't get close to grave anyone, so he had to grave himself. Requiem of Souls really not on point. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit is just controlling Ursa in that game, dying, but yeah, it was worth it.
You know, an immediate jump in from Monkeys, unfortunately for them, comes at what, 1-2 seconds too late to be able to contest the Aegis, but gets so far ahead of his team that, as you talked about, Dubu is able to kind of be that gatekeeper, stop the rest from bull rushing their way in, and at that point the fight is split apart. And if you go into 1v1s on this team, Onyx is going to have you outmatched. This is a 1v2 where it's all Onyx, and they just make quick work of 747. Just trying to farm out one of the lanes. He has finally been overtaken as far as king of net worth. Your top 3 net worth all belong to Onyx.
looking good for Onyx. With those two spirits, it's so easy to gank.
Oh, Mason! Mason!
Aegis is gone.
Slithers himself into a bit of trouble here and is going to be handing over the Aegis probably a bit earlier than they expected. But the chase is on now. Abed looking to make moves. Spots out Swindle. He'll try to send one of them back, but they already get the kill on the low ground. Stunned up, Z-Freak.
Dubu just controlling
Yeah.
Dazzle from the high ground with silence so he can't grab him.
Really well played here from Onyx so far. Oh, I don't know if this is a team I'd be confident to high ground defend with. You have a decent choke point team fight with your Disruptor, let's say, but they're just so out-farmed.
Yeah, they had to use Disruptor's ulti there to actually kill the Weaver, to remove the Aegis. It was only 1.5 minutes. But still, meanwhile, Mr. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Look at him.
He's a wizard.
Gold. 500 gold away.
He'll have that magical golden wizard sword
Radiant's bottom tower is
that he
under
always
attack.
seems to seek.
He's gonna cast Lumos with Radiance. It's gonna be so bright,
Radiant's
so
bottom
shiny.
tower has fallen.
We'll have to see what kind of work he'll be able to get done with it here. The game is already well in their favor before it's even complete. Cole out the other way. Let's see if it's coming to that point here where they have to roll out maybe with some sort of do or die smoke approach here.
Shadowfiend has Dragon Lance and Shadow Blade, which is gonna help him survive a little bit in fights. Maybe get some good Requiems. Earth Spirit has one Sentry Ward. Let's see if Jimmy has anything. Well, Jimmy's just farming my man. Point booster, getting close to Aghanim Scepter.
Never refuse.
In chase now. It's taking him quite a while to catch up. Might not want to overextend here if you're Cole. He just turns around and says, you want some Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Puts it right on their head. Moose says, I'm good. Pieces out in the back of a TP, but that leaves Monkeys here alone. He and his three little bears are going to try their best to split up and avoid the trouble, but chase is on.
Yeah, it's Earth and Fire Spirit against Earth and Fire Spirit, actually.
That's a wonderful observation here. Can the fake little spirits be able to make it away? Oh, barely. Dubu almost catches him with that boulder smash, but Monkeys does survive.
Shadowfiend going to BKB. Well, he needs to against all these heroes. But what when Abaddon makes Blade Mail and just goes in? Well, what are you gonna do against that?
Illusion.
That's a wonderful question. One I may not have the answer to right now. You hope that Dazzle's close enough to get you with the Grave.
Yeah.
At that point. And you could survive past that and then just receive sweet healings to be able to come back for round 2.
Maelstrom finished for Ember Spirit. It seems like he doesn't want to go for a Blink Dagger. Might change his mind. He got
And sweet.
something else queued up, but it's easy to change if it's needed. Might be good for chasing, actually. They don't have any chase besides Earth Spirit. Also, getting a Blink Dagger.
Dire's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
A real surprise there will help guarantee any sort of quick stun initiation. Maybe quick grip silence to cancel out any sort of grave save.
Bottom tower is
Uh-oh,
under
Swindle has found himself a little bit of a bug problem. Sends him back, goes for the TP, and does manage to make it away.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Uses the Fog of War.
And same goes for 747. Doing a nice job splitting and pressuring out one of the lanes so that Onyx can't comfortably just move in for a high ground push. Kind of stalling things out where possible.
All tier 2 towers are down for complexity. If Onyx wants to play it safe, they're just gonna take control of the enemy forest, just shut down the map so they can't farm, because you can just stand on the lane with the Baton and be so cocky, and wait for Roche, which is halfway through.
This is definitely feeling like a let's farm and wait for Roche and playoff finals kind of a game, where you're not looking to carelessly throw away little trades at the expense of losing the big picture here.
Yeah, Ursa finished the Blink Dagger so he can position himself. It's gonna be hard if Abaddon is close. You can't blink because of the Radiance. And Lincoln Sphere on Weaver finished, so he can't get Glimpse, he can't get Cyclone by Panda. Well, Weaver might actually want to cast it on Abaddon in a team fight, because Panda's primal thing to do in a fight is to actually Cyclone the Baron so they can control it.
All move themselves back towards the mid lane here. Dubu's close. Just drops an Obs Ward, actually right on top of the sentry of Cole there. But they're looking to use this brief bit of vision to take advantage of this opportunity. Moving in, stun silence on for Monkeys, but Onyx are reading the situation as if Cole are all behind them, waiting there on the high ground, and they were. They do not jump the gun.
They immediately retreated to Shrine, which is high ground, so easy to fight. They just smoked.
Yeah, this is them now hiding to the low ground here. Onyx not looking to give up their own personal high ground positioning here and just walk into the mid lane. Man, so tense. Man, you feel it. Oh, wait. The Dazzle Weave. They're pinging as if he might be over there, but once they don't see him, they'll quickly realize it may have been a smoke play. Oh, Monkeys goes for the split. Are they thinking about committing on the Bulba here? They glimpse him back, hit him with a kinetic field. Mason thinks about making a move in for Dazzle, gets hit with the Earth Shock. They'll see that the Bear now has a blink and step on back. Meanwhile, committing in considerably was Abed, jumping right back out. The Static Storm is not going to find his mark because Abed swiftly jumps out from the trouble. Now they don't have to worry about a Static Storm here.
No Static Storm, no Panda ulti, no Requiem. They're just gonna go in right now.
Thinking about it here. Bulba, though, eating a lot of damage. Nice two-man stun silence into the chaotic offering from Demon. Right onto the head of Cole. Looking to go for the finish. They wipe out immediately the Ursa and Dazzle. They're going to be forced to probably go into a buyback situation here if they want to stay alive. Not a lot of damage on the tier 3, though.
Oh, this fight gave me chills. I mean, not even fucking kidding. Check it out.
I just see a lot of hair, you crazy Croatian. Onyx, though, good fight, but yeah, not a lot objectively. Not a lot objectively there.
There was, what, one buyback?
One
from
buyback.
Z-Freak.
They didn't even force out the move buyback with
Yeah,
it.
they have Alpha Wolf in Roche Pit. Is Roche Pit actually a pit?
Let's take a look here. I am no geologist or
Looks like, I don't know, just
archaeologist or
some
landscaper.
casual rocks around.
Just looks like
A river.
Yeah.
Or an island, maybe.
Osh Island. Ooh, kick. Space. Jumping back now, Weaver. Catch him with the dust. Dubu rolls away and makes it on a TP. Oh, almost find their chance. They can look. They're looking for another one, but again, it's going to be Bulba in their way. Worst target you could ask for. So they're looking to settle for Demon, but Demon had already dropped the rock. It's not the worst thing ever. Limps backing in.
Emperor going in.
He moves in now, gets the double chains connection, and a remnant forward will quickly wipe out the two. Ooh, even though he didn't have to commit the buyback in the previous fight, he doesn't have the money for a buyback now.
Yeah, they even lost the gem there. So Shadowfin, the Shadow Blade is pretty useless. I mean, it still gives damage, move speed. BKB is finished on Shadowfin right now.
I've never seen a game like this when 747 has not been able to do a whole lot. Still with 0 kills in this one. A Static Storm will be dropped to almost zone back Onyx to keep them out from all this pressure. But they are here and here for good. This home is now theirs. A tier 3 will get dropped, and this first set of racks looks to be claimed. 747 trying to swagger himself on forward, but he just gets knocked with the stun and silence. That was the BKB, but by that point, it's just too damn late. Mason will easily shoot him down, and it's looking like Onyx, the fire, will continue to go, and they might claim just game number 1.
They're going to tier 3 tower right now. Shadowfin, no buyback. He just bought the full BKB, so 35 seconds with no Shadowfin. It's gonna be so hard to defend.
Chains on Swindles, he's out. This one's over. Commanding performance out of the gate from Onyx here. 4-25.
Wow, Onyx looking stronger and stronger as day goes by.
What is happening in that house over there?
We need some pictures from Onyx house. It's some kind of magic, probably some Harry Potter magic actually.
Whatever kind of magic he's casting over there, it's a-working right now. Where can we go back to and say, like, really what happened? Laning phase. Again, it just went out so nicely here. Onyx